So today we are in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, which is the state capital of Oklahoma. And on our first stop today, we are at the Oklahoma City National Memorial Museum. And if you don't know, there was a bombing that happened here in 1995. It was actually before I was born. He was just a baby. So let's go check out the museum. So if you don't know what the Oklahoma City bombing, the history of it, apparently a guy, a terrorist that was a United States citizen, came and bombed the building here in Oklahoma City, which was a federal building that had a lot of important agencies and stuff in it. So he pulled up in a truck, a Ryder truck, and bombed the building. And there was a lot of people in it. It's the largest ingrown terrorist attack in the United States. And a lot of people died, even some children. They had a daycare center in the building, so just a really sad story.
It's very surreal being here.
Entrance into the museum is $15 a person, and they also have discounts for kids and senior citizens. As we explored the museum, they displayed a lot of the artifacts that were found from the federal building after the bombing. Some of the artifacts included a lot of the office items that were used the day of the bombing, and personal items of the people affected. There even was an exhibit that showed us the audio of a conference that was going on when the bombing happened. It was like we were there at that exact moment. I think we were both more emotional when we started seeing stories about the first responders that were helping during the bombing, because there were several nurses that responded to that incident. And we couldn't imagine how we would feel if that were us on the front lines of such a tragedy. The majority of the time, Sam and I were silent because we were so intrigued by the information that we learned in the museum. They displayed a memorial for the lives that were lost on that day. Each chair represents the lost life and what floor of the building they were on. The large chairs represent the adults and the small chairs are the children. So we just finished up at the museum. We took about an hour and a half or so. If you're ever in the city, please come check it out and learn about all the facts that they found out about the bombing, and there's a bunch of evidence and stuff, so it's really cool.
It's definitely surreal just to be there and see like people that survived or people's family members talk about like how they felt and things like that. So
I think we're gonna try to find some lunch and then head on to our next destination. The fence here was put up in order to protect the destruction site. People from all over the world started decorating it with mementos after the tragedy. A part of the fence still remains to keep the tradition going. So we decided to walk from the museum to Bricktown. And what Bricktown is just a little river plaza that has a bunch of shopping and dining. It's about a mile away from the museum, so we figured we can just walk. So that's what we're doing.
Like a 20 to 25 minute walk, so it's not horrible.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold. Sam had to get his bigger jacket out of the car, but you know, a mile's not that bad. We're really enjoying this walk around the city. It is one of the smaller downtowns that we're used to, but it's so cool. There's like a bunch of sculptures everywhere and art. It's really fun to look at. This is pretty cool right here where we're walking under a bridge and it's all painted. Like I said, there's a lot of art here.
Like people are gonna watch us like, you can't believe y'all walked through like the middle of downtown Oklahoma City, like 2 miles. Like,
yeah, if you're not into walking, I wouldn't recommend, but we like walking and exploring the city by foot a lot of the time, so that's kind of why we're doing it. So they do have parking, just so you know. I'll put our route right here that we walked. It's doable. You do cross under some highways though. It's safe. They did have a walking path though, so people do walk under it, but there is parking. It kind of looks like you have to pay anyway, and we're on a little budget, so we decided to walk. We made it. This is so cute. It reminds me of San Antonio, if you've ever been in Texas, the river walk. There's a little river and a bunch of restaurants like we said earlier, so I think we're gonna find somewhere to eat lunch. We'll catch you up then. So we have decided to go to Bricktown Brewery for lunch. Sam wanted to go anyway just to taste their beer, but We're so hungry, and we looked up and they do have lunch, so we're gonna go there. So this place is really chill, and it's Oklahoma's first craft brewery, so that's really cool. Our food is here. Sam got, what did you get? A little chicken sandwich with some pineapple. And I got the Bricktown burger.
With some sweet potato fries.
Yeah. All right, we just finished up at the brewery. I recommend. The food was super good. Sam, did you enjoy your beer?
Yes.
So we have a couple more stops today. We're gonna go back to our car and then drive to the Centennial Land Monument, and then we're gonna check out the Ferris wheel. There's a cute little Oklahoma City sign that we want to take our pictures in. So yeah, that's what the rest of the day is gonna be.
So basically this day's been a lot of walking, some good drinks, and we're really enjoying the city because it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, so it's very walkable if you like walking 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, so. So we are now at the Centennial Land Monument, and what these sculptures are is that they're telling the story of whenever Oklahoma was first settled in. They came rushing in on these horses and buggies, and then that's when they developed their town. So it is free parking here. There's a parking lot right outside the little park area. And it's an easy spot to get to if you're going through Bricktown because it's right next to that area.
It's right behind the Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, so. I'm laughing so hard at these people. They're so focused, ready to take their land.
Hey guys, so we're back at the hotel. Unfortunately, the Ferris wheel was closed, so we weren't able to show you guys what that was like. We're really bummed because we wanted to take our thumbnail picture there. So Kristen's kind of upset at that reason.
I like the OKC letters. They're really cute.
And then we were driving, like I was already about to get on the interstate, and she's like, well, let's go to the Capitol building. I was like, at this point, no, I'm good. So we're back at the hotel. It's been a long day of walking. I'd say we walked at least 2 miles today. Yeah. I've enjoyed myself. I feel like we definitely got the opportunity to explore Oklahoma City like we wanted to. So we're gonna have a good night of rest tonight. We're gonna hit up Wichita in the morning, so we'll be able to show you guys what Wichita's like. And then from Wichita, we'll go from there. So
thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a comment down below if you've ever been to Oklahoma City.
All right, bye.
Bye.